He was going to Florida to do what? What was he driving down there for? Stay tuned. God bless you, friends. Thank you for joining me on this morning on Morning Nuggets. This is yours truly, Pastor Nate, and it is my absolute pleasure every time I can come and speak with you. I pray this video finds you exceptionally well this morning. If you like what you've been hearing and you have not smashed that subscribe button yet, go ahead and do it. It will be one of the best decisions you will have made on YouTube. We talk about some very, very interesting and dynamic things over here on the Smart Show. Friend, what was he driving down to Florida for? Maybe that's a question for Miss Kimmy. She's going to answer it. I mean, that woman's going to answer that question. You hear me? But before she answers the question, let me give Mr. Cook the benefit of the doubt, because, you know, Pastor Nate is very fair in his commentary. And, you know, we take the mess and we create a message. It's not to instigate. It's not to tear people down. It's not to say, oh, you were wrong for that. I mean, we kind of spank that butt a little bit, but we do it with love, right? But we're going to tell you how to do it God's way. That's what the channel is all about. Mr. Cook, I guess he's a content creator. Haven't really heard of him until the situation came up. But at any rate, to make a long story short, he and Kimmy is another content creator. You've heard me talk about her. Neither content creator has done anything to me, so I don't have an issue with either of them. But obviously, he and Kimmy were talking. They had some history, and I don't know if there are any sexual implication that went on, although both of them declared that after things went down. But at any rate, he and Kimmy were talking, and I don't know what happened, what was said that caused them to have conflict. So since the conflict, both of them are exposing the content of their conversation. Now, Cook is a married man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Miss Kimmy is with someone. So both of them are committed to someone. Kimmy said Mr. Cook has to stop the communication in order to avoid temptation. Now that's what I got from it, because he said he has to stop or else he gonna have to drive to Florida. Now the question is, he could be going to Florida to a theme park. After all, you have SeaWorld, Disney World, Epcot Center in Orlando. Could he be going there? Or perhaps he should be going, or perhaps he could be going to Tampa, to Busch Gardens. Or he could be going to the beaches, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville. Maybe he could be going to the West Coast Beach, Hernando County, Weeki Wachee, Crystal River. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Or possibly he could be going to Ocala, to Silver Springs. I hadn't heard of Silver Springs in a while. I don't know if that still exists. Let you know I'm from Florida, so I know these places. According to Kimmy, Cook is not going to neither of those places. Listen to Miss Kimmy.
This man tells me that the reason why we cannot have, we can't talk as much as we used to, was because he was getting ready to drive to where I am. And when he got here, that we were going to, and it was going to be the best sex of my life.
Ooh, that's why he's going to Florida. Again, he's a married man. Why would he be going to Florida to do that? if that's the case. Now, I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there. I don't know the details of the conversation. That's what Miss Kimmy's saying. So in other words, I have to stop this communication because I'm tempted to drive down there and you know what? My God, help me. So Mr. Cook gets on Jay Wilson's panel a couple days ago, and he says he has to stop the text messages, the calls coming from Miss Kimmy as an indicator that they are inappropriate. I'm a married man and I have to stop all communications.
When I say I put a stop to it is, I simply said that these phone calls got to stop and these texts got to stop.
But the question is, friend, why didn't they expose this stuff all along? It makes me look at them sideways now. Now, they're grown people. They can do what they want to do. But I'm just saying, why expose the things now? Shouldn't somebody say, hey, you a married man. I don't need to be talking to you from Kimmy's side. Maybe he should have said, hey, I'm a married man. We need to cease these conversations. So whether he was coming down to Florida or not to do whatever, I don't know. Whether he had to stop the phone calls or not. Here is the problem. As a married man, you should not be spending that much time on the phone with a woman who's not your wife. Just point blank, period. Somebody should have said, this is not appropriate. Why say they're not appropriate now? There's a scripture in the Bible that says, abstain, shun from the appearance of evil. That means if it looks evil, get away from it. And if he's married and they've had all this history in communicating like this, that wasn't a good look. It didn't look so good. When we hear both sides of the story, you got smart people on YouTube who use their brain. And the first thing that's going to come to their mind, hey, this was a married man. It didn't look good all along. Whatever the conflict was, it was out of order. And if you hear Kimmy, she made a video a couple days after saying, hey, she could have done things differently, acknowledging that she's taking responsibility. I let it get too far out of hand. In fact, I heard Kimmy also say that she respected Mr. Cook at one point. She referred to him as Brother Cook. See, I listen. And she said one time, oh, I can't cuss because Brother Cook is here. So that means there was a level of respect. So maybe with that being said, the conversations that they had may have not been sexual. But whether they were sexual or not, it still didn't look good as a married man talking to someone at length, and that's not his wife. Let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, in between time, be at peace and not in pieces.